Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome to the DC Coin Roll International Coin Channel. Today we're going to look at some coins from the Philippines. One of my wife's co-workers, Angelito, who's a native of the Philippines, who's working over here in the United States, brought in some coins for her, and he said, well, I've kind of got these when I've gone back home for a visit, and some of the other ones I've had for a little while. If your husband wants to take a look at them and maybe make a video, just tell him to give a shout out to Angelito, because Angelito was interested in me looking at these coins. So here they are, some of them, and we added a few other coins of our own to it so that we can kind of look through them. And one of the things that we figured out pretty quickly was that some of these 1 peso coins are magnetic and some of them aren't. And so let's kind of take a look at them. Now, here's the deal. In many of these coins you see are going to have the Bank of the Philippines on the reverse, and that's this particular coin here. And if we tip it just right, you can see it says Bank of the Philippines. And when we look at the coin, we see that it says 1993 at the bottom. That's not the year of this coin. That's simply the year that the Bank of the Philippines was established. And if we look at the year of the coin, we see it's actually a 2015 1 peso coin. So what happened was in 1993, the Bank of the Philippines was established and they changed their coins. The prior coin, and we don't have the exact coin, looks something like this on the back. So if we look at the whole coin, and this is from Numista, and this is a copyrighted photo from Nala Berong. It says Republic of the Philippines 1 peso. And when we looked at these coins, we said, okay, we can figure out whether this was one from the pre-bank era or the post-bank era without even looking at the back, because it turns out that the 1991 to 1994 coins were non-magnetic. The ones with the bulls on the back are non-magnetic, and the ones from 1993 to 2017 with the bank on the back are all magnetic. So what I did was I kind of got a magnet, and I brought it in, and I said, okay, let's see if we can figure out which ones of these are magnetic. And obviously that one is, and that one is, and these ones are. And so if we go through these, we can figure out which coins are magnetic and which ones aren't, and when they were made, essentially, by just flipping, without even having to flip them over. So the magnet will pick up any of the ones from the Central Bank of the Philippines reverse, and it won't pick up, say, the 5 pesos, it won't pick them up. The 10 pesos, it won't pick them up. And the other coins, it won't pick them up. But here's something cool. It'll actually sometimes go right through and pick up another coin. So this coin here is non-magnetic. This one's magnetic. This one's not magnetic, but the magnet's strong enough to pick up the coins with each other. So you have to make sure that when you use a magnet to separate the coins, that you don't get more than one coin at a time, because it might just be that the coins are, the magnet's going right through them. Okay, these coins that Angelito gave us, we're going to save for the next video, because we want to talk about these different coins. But let's go back and talk about this coin from the Bank of the Philippines. So when the Bank of the Philippines was established in 1993, and we can see that establishment date right there on the bottom. When the Bank of the Philippines was established in 1993, they went from a stainless steel coin to a copper nickel coin, and that's why you get the differences. So stainless steel was not magnetic, and the copper nickel is magnetic. So that's why we can use a magnet to kind of find out the difference. So this is the seal of the Bank of the Philippines. You see the sun, you see it, kind of the mountains. Just a beautiful, this is the cog of the wheel, kind of the industrial symbol. It says Banco Central NG Filipinas on here, so the Central Bank of the Philippines. The front of this coin is going to be pretty much the exact same as the ones that came before. Look how that wears. When I say this is a copper nickel coin, can you tell? If it wears, the copper actually shines right through. So we can't really see it from the side, the copper, but we can see the nickel coating actually wears right off sometimes. Here's one without the nickel coating wearing off. And it just comes like this, and you can see the mustache and the hair and stuff. This one, when it wore off, it just wore right through to the copper. So let's look at the nicer looking coin, simply because we want to be able to see the details. So if we look at this, we see that this side says Republica NG Filipinas, the Republic of the Philippines, 1 Peso, Jose Rizal, 2015. The edge, again, we just looked at it, is reeded. The back says Banco Central de Filipinas, NG Filipinas, sorry, not the dir on this one. And Jose Rizal is facing to the right. Okay, so if you can look through your 1 peso coins and find the ones from 1991 to 1994 with the bull on the back, those are, and check them out, just put a magnet to them and see if they come up, because they shouldn't, because they are non-magnetic. They're actually worth a little bit more. These particular coins are only worth face value in the Philippines. You're not going to make any money on these babies. But if you can get one of the 1 peso coins from 1994, it's probably worth between 40 cents and $1 US, so it's worth quite a bit more than face value if you can get one from 1994 that's non-magnetic. Okay, have a great day from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel.